What's up, party people? This is Jude Snowboarder from Facebook, Jude's Junk, Facebook comic book shop and YouTube channel. And that window is white because it's a whiteout. It is a storm. There's zero visibility on the ski slope, so no snowboarding today. Plus, it's a Saturday and all the tourists are there, so inside playing with comic books. So I put comic books up for sale, and every now and then some Yahoo wants to yell at me about a profit margin. Usually it's because he doesn't pay for price guides, or he doesn't know how to do the research on what a comic book is worth. Maybe he doesn't know that a newsstand might be worth double. So he'll say, that's ridiculous. Your price is way over high, even though most groups, discourage price bashing. That's because most price bashing comes from an ignorant place. Most people that can afford all the price guides aren't wasting their time trying to bash someone else's price. If someone's price is too high, no one's going to buy from that person. If the person's not providing value, no one's going to buy from them, and he's going to be out of business pretty soon. So these guys get upset because maybe they see that I bought a book on an auction for a really discounted price. So they think, well, the last purchase is fair market value. I have a minor in statistics. It's an outlier. There's a standard deviation involved. That's why fair market value is a standard deviation, usually 1 to 2, whatever, standard deviations from the center, and then the 3s are the outliers. And without getting into all the statistics about standard deviation and one sale does not make up a fair market value, although recent sales could show a decline or recent sales could show an increase. That could be helpful. But he might see that I buy a book on an auction, or maybe on eBay even, and it's public, and then he sees what I'm selling it for, and he gets upset. And then not only does he get upset because there's a profit built in to the book I'm trying to sell, but maybe he doesn't like the degree of profit, wants to question me on the profit. So even if I wanted to waste my time justifying what the value is, like I just had a conversation with a guy who doesn't know how to do a search on eBay past sales, and that when two books are together and they're sold, they don't go to GPA or any of those websites. So you have to do a little more research to figure out a value. But for the idea that someone's going to complain about a profit margin means they may not understand any kind of business sense. You buy a shirt from China for $5 and you sell it for $120. I used to be in the clothing industry. All those night shirts, the jerseys that are for your Phoenix Suns and football teams, yeah, they're $5 each. That's how much they cost. And they sell them for $120. There's a lot of costs involved in sourcing them over there, flying them over here, insurance, spillages, overages, things that don't sell. So one example of a cost that maybe some people in the comic book community are going to be involved with, and why 9/8, in particular 9/8 signature series, are so expensive. I just sent 4 9/8s in for the Kevin Eastman signing and a signature event. It was like over $800, not to mention the cost of the books. That was another $500. So I spent $1,200. All 4 of them are wasted. I couldn't even sell them for $50 each. One of them, they ripped the cover off, like with tape, ripped it off, and Kevin signed over it. I got a 7.5 signed, and it's a new modern book. No one's going to pay anything for that, even though I spent $250 on it. Another one was the same thing. It was a 9/8, and it came back a 9/6. It's a modern, and it's worth nothing at a 9/6 sign. The other two, one had a mislabel, even though it kept the grade, and the other one dropped 4 grades. 3, 9/6 to a 9/2, which is 3 grades. So if I sell one book and the profit margin is steep because it cost me, $1,000 to buy and make and create with the signature, and sell it for $2,000 because that's what someone's willing to pay for it, or that's what the price guides say, people might say you're ripping people off. Well, that $1,000 profit is what helps me handle those losses when 4 books come back ruined, just trash. I could maybe give them away and just piss someone off that I'm sending them a crappy modern slab. They're like, why would you have that signed? Because there was a mistake involved somewhere along the way. So anyways, I don't think, people should be running around to companies asking about their profit margins, what's fair or what's not fair. If you don't like it, it doesn't provide value, don't buy it. People that don't provide value don't stay in business. And it's really as simple as that. There are a lot of different strategies in the comic book world to sell books, high-end books, low-end books, slabbed, raw, move them quick because you got to move 5,000 books to make room for the new shipment coming in, move them slow because you want to get top dollar, buy it now, auctions. There's a million different things. And there's been a lot of different talk online about the real values of books between auctions versus fair market value, and that debate will continue to go on. But anyways, I just wanted to make this video for someone who's going to ask me about, why would you mark it up 100%? That's unfair. That's not right. That's not the value of the book. Then no one's going to buy it. And you giving me a free bump is only helping my cause. So why would you give me a free bump if it's silliness for me to put it at a price? Obviously, I have a reason. I pay for 4 different price guides. I do the research. I spend 8 hours a day in front of a computer. I have a degree in statistical analysis. I know how to look up data. I know how to mine data. I know how to look up a value of a book and what it's going to sell for. It may not sell for anybody in the United States, but it might sell for someone overseas for that price. How do you know what the value is if you don't subscribe to all the different tools? And then you got to know how to look at the data. That is critical. Anybody can sign up for a price guide. That doesn't mean what the data is saying is accurate. If you know how to look for oddballs, if you know how to look for those outliers, low and high, a lot of people can get manipulated because those outliers could be manipulated. False eBay sales that go through right before an auction. Go look on GPA. Maybe that book just sold for like $300 when the fair market value is $90. I just saw 100 of those in the last 3 days. The same exact book all of a sudden had a triple the fair market value right before an auction. Fancy that. So anyways, I wouldn't bust someone's balls about what you think is their profit margin if you don't know what all the other costs are involved. And if no one's going to buy it, then no one's going to buy it. Then they just mark it down 5% in the next 3 months or 5% in the next 3 months. Anyways, a little bit of a rant, but I hate it when price bashers get on and try to talk about things they have no idea what they're talking about. Anyways, happy hunting, guys. And if you're flipping books, it's a rough business to be in the comic book industry. People are just rude. So happy hunting, happy fighting. Good luck.